So to put on record, so maybe the low-hanging fruits that I've been hearing is first embedding social enterprise as a topic in current subjects, be it in organizational behavior, entrepreneurial mindset, or strategic management. Another low-hanging fruit could be finding a way to integrate it with research extension, which is required in all universities anyway. But one of the ideals is for us to have our own center for social enterprise in our respective universities. So, just to put on record in terms of what are the salient points that have been emerging from our discussion. So, Sak, you have an insight.
Hello, good morning.
Good
So my name is Safa and I'm from MSU IIT from Iligan City in Mindanao. So Batch, I cannot identify a specific recommendation for the curriculum. However, I can give you my insights from MSU IIT as a school in Mindanao. So the entrepreneurial landscape, and I was talking to Ringgold about this because he's also an educator from Misamis University in Mindanao. And we were saying that we feel somehow that the entrepreneurial landscape of Mindanao is distinctly different from the rest of the country. And by distinctly different, I do mean that we have significantly very low entrepreneurial activity. Also the mindset, the initiative of let's say, for example, the youth entrepreneurs palang is quite low compared to the levels of the rest of the entrepreneurs across other regions. So I have 5 insights, and I'll just run through them. No, in our school, we don't have a course, social entrepreneurship. However, we have a subject that we will be incorporating in the new course, which is BS Entrepreneurship, that will be, I suppose, implemented in a year or so. We're just waiting for the new batch of K-12 graduates to enroll in our school. However, the university has taken steps in mentoring its faculty by sending them on trainings and seminars. So in 2017, which was the last year that I served in my school before I went on a study leave, I was fortunately one of the first faculty members who went on a social entrepreneurship training, and that was conducted by Miss Maridi Zadakanay. Maybe you're familiar with her. Yeah, she's the president of the Social Entrepreneurship Institute of Asia. And she was. We were fortunate enough to be mentored by her because she gave a very wide-scale view of social entrepreneurship, and I believe she has also a book on how to measure the performance of social enterprises, because that's usually one of the biggest concerns. How do you measure the success of a social enterprise if the financial performance or specifically profit should not always be the number one objective? So she introduced different metrics, which of course I will not be going into detail. So that is the SECURE, Social Entrepreneurship Curriculum Enrichment. So maybe if she's conducting this, maybe you'd like to search up on her and, probably find a way to get into one of her trainings. Okay, so that's for the training of the faculty. But then again, I would not say that all faculty members are being given this opportunity to attend social entrepreneurship training. And also, as of now, the training is just limited to the College of Business. My understanding is that social entrepreneurship should be a training to be given to faculty even from the College of Engineering, faculty from the College of, for IT faculty. So it should not just be limited to business lang. It incorporates everyone because the entrepreneurial landscape depends on so many institutions. It depends on the technology sector, on the R&D, on the financial sector. So everyone has to be involved. So in that area, lacking kami. And I also mentioned that, we will be having the social entrepreneurship na subject lang. However, as of now, although I'm not updated on any changes that they may have made in the curriculum, but before I left, what I know is that Entrepreneurship 116, what it will do is just simply exposure to the topic. Exposure to the topic to be given to the students. However, there will be no actual practice. But as a course requirement, at the end of the subject, they are to submit and present a business plan for a social enterprise. And that's good, given where we are and how far we know, even as far as the faculty educational background on SEs is concerned. I think so far that's good. However, yun nga, I was just talking to Sir, entrepreneurship really requires getting your hands dirty. So I think that we need to go a step beyond this. Hindi lang theory. We need to get into the actual practice. Hopefully, the next step would be to actually push them to implement the business plan. Maybe a follow-up course for that theory course on SE. Tapos, there's also another thing. So we were given the training and we could encourage the students from our school to go into social entrepreneurship once they graduate or even as a requirement before they graduate. Kasi diba that's for all entrepreneurship students, you have to put up your own business before you graduate. So we can require them or we can encourage them na lang to put up social enterprises. However, the feedback that we usually get from the students is that, Ma'am, hindi siya kasi profitable. Or Ma'am, ang hirap kasi, it's not like traditional business na all the resources are already available and they've been tested and proven for so many years. Pero when you're dealing with social enterprises, ang hirap. One of them, just recently, they were coordinating with refugees from Marawi and they were trying to, they actually developed backpacks for laptops and tablets that are designed using the langkit. Are you familiar with the langkit? This is an ethnic cloth of the Maranao. So it's supposed to give it like this very ethnic vibe and ethnic design. However, when you order from them, yung isang bag costs close to 1,000. So where I come from, that's pretty expensive, especially compared to other laptop bags. So that's one. Number two, there's a huge issue with the product quality and the technology and even the quality assurance across every product that you churn out. Yeah, because you're dealing with people, they were dealing with refugees at that time. So, ang dami nilang concerns. They could not fully focus on the operation of their business, on how to attach the langkit. I even, when I ordered one, they told me na, Ma'am, baka yung isang part ng langkit hindi siya fully attached, ma'am, ha? Tsaka, wag mo siyang i-wash, ma'am, ha? Kasi magra-run yung fabric. Sabi ko, bakit may manual pa on how to use that? Parang it makes me feel scared to use it. Even though you want to buy it because you want to help them, but then parang, as a customer, you feel, ba't ang daming issues na wag na lang. Even after I placed the order, actually the bag never came. So that's also one thing because they told me na they're running out of langkit. Hindi naman kasalanan ng student. It's really parang shortcomings of yung ka-tie-up nila na magpo-provide ng langkit. Which again, we cannot blame them kasi, I mean, they have so many other issues as refugees. Parang business is their last. So yun, I think this is also one concern. How do we convince both faculty and the students or not really convince them, how do we overcome the obstacle of viewing social enterprises as not financially rewarding as a traditional business? Is my understanding lacking? Maybe it is financially rewarding. Maybe I'm the one who's not thinking about it through a correct strategic way. Or are there things that we could do to overcome this? So that's for the third insight. For the fourth, malapit na to. For the fourth, parang lunch and dinner na to, Pacha. And then, okay, for the fourth insight, I also noticed that, although again, this may be a premature observation, but most of these social entrepreneurs have a very specific kind of personality, meaning they tend to be people who are very passionate about community. They're very concerned about the development of the Philippines, which unfortunately are not qualities that are found in every Filipino. And these are not qualities that you can really, I'm gonna punch them into you as a faculty. I cannot force you to be passionate about poor people or less advantaged individuals in our society. Yes. Yeah, like you, sir, or like the one that I had my training with her, si Miss Liza Dacane. When you hear them speaking, I can see so many similarities. She's someone who's very concerned about the political development, about the economic development. She also talks about yung panahon ni Marcos, about how she fought for the students. So I can really see the pattern na these are really people with high level of passion and concern for the economic and political development of the company. So I think that while these people are present, however in few number in the Philippines, how can we somehow encourage the regular human beings like us who are maybe lacking in this area? Yeah. How can you encourage? And I was thinking probably, although this may be too far-fetched, if we can help the government provide incentives to those who are putting up social enterprises, probably like, I don't know, like cut back on the taxes that they can pay if you are classified as a social enterprise. Para naman may konting incentive na, oh sige nga, papasok na lang ako ng social enterprise kasi I will get that incentive plus I'm helping the poor. Hindi yung parang challenges na lang yung mamimit ko. Tapos the last would be, this is a recommendation. I think in addition to targeting also students, I think it would also be advantages if we target existing entrepreneurs. Because there are people, especially if they are already established in their field and if they have experience, they may say na, oh sige, at least somehow I have some financial stability now, I may consider this as an alternative option. But if you're asking fresh graduates from college, from high school, it's so difficult to require from them na papasok ka ng SE, yung iisipin nila, at saka yung usual comment is that, hey mom, I need to earn, I still have siblings to pay their education, I still have a family to pay for. So yeah, I don't have an answer right now, and I'm not trying to be pessimistic, no. I'm just like pouring down my thoughts na this is from the side of the students and the faculty. So that's it.
So I think building on sa recommendation, maybe we can tap our successful alumni network. Kasi all of us have different alumni per university. So maybe some of those alumni would want to give back. And then instead of them just donating it for a building, a room as usual, make it like angel investing perhaps for to help the incubators of universities.